It's a bit of a fun story and a class in terms of like how you can use a clever, quote unquote, whatever you want, ideas. And maybe as we're gonna talk and develop something very quickly, we can also give a few hints of how we use it internally in our firms, or what are some of our personal beliefs, and only personal, nothing to do with our companies.
Yeah, and just for some context, George and me are around the same age, around the same coding age as well. More than 20 years of software engineering experience. I've never built in public, to be honest. I don't know about you.
Never coded in public.
No.
I
mean in public, you know, in front of hundreds of people.
Only on game jams. I've been participating in game jams in the past. When I was aspiring to become a game programmer, but I was lame enough to become a software engineer at the end.
Okay, so the idea is that we are going to use two different laptops with our favorite, or not that favorite, IDs. And some coding agents.
Your favorite ID. I'm taking a risk. I'm using something.
I'm a traditional guy. I'm using VS Code. Okay.
We're gonna do everything live. So the prompt, we have built only the prompt. So we're gonna try to build a game. All right, using JavaScript and HTML, using agents. Because as we said, we're pretty old, so probably we suck at coding, or you may think we suck. Advent of code is coming, whoever wants to give a chance. Anyway, so that's the prompt. So we don't even know what the game is going to be. We're going to give it to ChatGPT. The prompt.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Just to have one common game.
Yeah.
And then somehow
are you gonna send it to Discord or?
I'm gonna send it to Discord. Okay. All right, cool. The game plan. All right, cool. So let's start. Let's kill a few useless things here. And boom, bam. Let's see. Can you? You cannot see it. Let me try full screen. Yeah, the lights might help. Anyway, I can read, so I'm telling him that we're in a tech conference in Greece named OpenConf. I'm with a friend. The audience is already hype. We want to do an informal session. We might use different IDs. I didn't know I'm going to use anti-gravity. And we need a game, which is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Give us the brief, a plan for the agent. Cool. So he says, coffee catcher, fast visual, easy to build live, blah, blah, blah. I don't even know what that might be. Instructions to the agent. Here you are, copy. It hasn't finished yet, wait. And they said it's fast, 5.1. All right, whoa. Give that to your product, Fox. If ChatGPT writes all these things for just a simple HTML game, imagine what your PRD should look like.
In the dry run that I did, I just gave it 2 lines. I mean, I'm a bit scared about what we are going to produce.
Discord here, and then
here,
and then Lampros, and
okay, let me copy it to VS Code and Claude.
And moving to anti-gravity.
Okay, shall I push start or because it's a competition?
Don't worry. You're gonna lose anyway.
You think you're gonna be faster?
Definitely.
I don't think so.
So I just tried before a hello world. So playground, so it's a completely different UX experience with anti-gravity. So you have an agent manager and you just watch your agents. So I just gave it the plan.
By the way, George's screen is the one on the right, yes, as you look, and mine is on the left.
I'm the winning screen, you can imagine.
George's screen is the one that it's not gonna work, by the way.
And I'm using Gemini 3 Pro Low, because I want to make it fair. All right. So, by the way, obviously that's what the industry now calls vibe coding, I guess. I like how anti-gravity gives you a bit of an overview that Cursor doesn't give you yet, so you can comment on pull requests or review changes. You can do diffs and stuff like that, which amazed me. It can actually also take control of your browser, so I use Arc, and I have just installed this extension, which apparently it's kind of a secret extension. You cannot find it online, so you need to have anti-gravity and ask it to install the extension to whatever browser. It needs some tweaking to get it to work with your browser instead of Chrome.
Okay, and I prefer the more traditional setup. I've been using VS Code for quite a while. What was impressive, I set it up to this machine like a couple of days ago, and the speed of setting it up with the help of an AI agent was impressive. In the past, I spent several hours before tweaking an ID, making the options that I wanted to. So my agent has completed its work. Shall I? Okay, do you want to start first?
I have already asked it to load it to my browser.
Okay,
I wasn't polite. I just did it.
Okay. So we're supposed to catch the coffees, but not catch the coffee beans. What's the story?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Mine is super fast.
They are a bit different. That's interesting. Okay.
How's about responsiveness?
Do you want to change the speed a bit? The speed of the cursor? Maybe?
That's the agent running it, right? You can see.
So the agent is playing for you?
No, it's not playing for me. It was the agent running the... And I could tell it to play for me also. Actually, let me try it.
George, I'm thinking to shake things up a bit. Okay, we built the coffee catcher. Do you want to try to build something completely out of the blue?
Okay, go.
Okay, guys, does anyone have an idea about an arcade game that we can build? Like Snake or Asteroids? Just shout. Snake. Okay.
Snake.
It's a simple one, you think?
No, let's go. All right, new playground. Hey, you are a front end. HTML. Front end.
And I will make it, I will connect it to the previous one. Let's
the
build a
highlight.
snake that catches coffees. Let's see, let's see, let's see.
To build a snake game using HTML and JavaScript only.
Okay, George, you've been in the software industry for many years. We see generative AI coding agents for the last year, but also more traditional generative AI for 2 or 3 years now. So which skills do you think will become obsolete after all this revolution? Is it something that will become obsolete, or?
I'll tell you what I think, yeah. I want to win also. But, so the thing is, I think for software developers, we keep asking more and more things. So 20 years ago, maybe a bit more when I started, it was like, you just need to know, I don't know, Pascal, VB, whatever, and that's it. And then you needed to know source control, and then you needed to understand cloud, and then you needed to understand, I don't know, asynchronous programming, domain-driven design, DevOps, testing. So it's a never-expanding role. You even, high-level tools. Now you need to understand another tool, which is how to use agents to help you, or like clever ideas. I don't want to stick in there if it's generative or if it's agentic AI. For me, the most complex thing right now that's going to become is that people will look, and to be completely honest, I'm looking when I'm hiring, people that are aware of these tools, that have a crazy idea of how to use them, and it's going to become much more difficult to debug these systems, control them, make them scalable. And I don't think we need to be afraid so much, because it was the same when Stack Overflow came. Everyone was copy-pasting Java code from Stack Overflow to their own IDs or whatever. Now it's like, you can copy-paste it from an agent, and you're still going to make the same mistakes if you just blindly do that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you use it internally?
Yeah. Now, I have a story. You mentioned Stack Overflow. Several years ago, I was working with a colleague. I see some of my old bosses down there, so maybe they will understand who it was. He used to brute force, when he had to solve a complex problem, he used to brute force by trying different responses from Stack Overflow. I think
losing, by the way, you see. I'm playing
I
a snake
think
and he's
now
talking.
this is like more Stack Overflow on steroids, or autocomplete or steroids. You are probably used to Visual Studio in your past years with .NET, if I'm not mistaken. So I think it was, when I started programming, it was pretty transformative, the autocomplete. But I think now the options that modern IDs provide surpass this.
Eclipse was my first.
Your go-to ID was Eclipse.
I told you, I'm quite old.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, I started coding in VB6
Okay.
with a Greek book named VB5, sorry, Gyurdas for the Greek audience.
Okay.
I still have it. It's
Does
in-
your snake
I was
catch
in, I
coffees?
was in high school. And then it was Pascal.
See, mine, it's catching coffee cups. It worked, man.
What? The audience should vote. Which is better? You told him to catch coffees.
Yeah.
Wait.
You want to tell me that you didn't?
I didn't say that.
You didn't say, or it
I
didn't
didn't
listen?
Say, here's the prompt. You're a front-end
I
dev
don't
and you
like
have
the
task to build a
responsiveness
snake
of
game.
mine, to be honest.
Make it catch coffee
Let's see if it's gonna work.
instead of, what was that, a red dot? Whatever.
Okay, if you started your career again with modern circumstances.
start now.
Yeah, if you started coding now, you are straight out of computer science school. Would you
Knowing
do
what I know,
knowing what you know, but with all the generative AI and coding agents and things like that, would you advise someone? Let's put it in another way. Not if you started again. Would you advise someone to start by the fundamentals, like computer science principles, compilers, C, assembly maybe, like we started, or dive into more deep waters from the beginning?
the agent is very dumb though. When it's playing on its own, it's super dumb. Like really, I'm impressed how dumb it is. Stop the agent, please. Come on. Listen, if I knew what I know now, I would be very disappointed or sad that I wouldn't have to learn assembly. I think the first crack I did back in University of Piraeus, where I studied, it was like, I thought I was a hacker. Obviously I wasn't, but like, it was super cool to do stuff like that. On the other hand, I would be super excited on how fast I can learn something, or I can do homeschooling, which you couldn't do back then. I remember I wanted like crazy to build games, so I had to learn OpenGL, and there was a guy named, I forget, Niho or something like that, and I used to ask friends that had better connections than I had from my ISDN or whatever it was back then to download me and print me the tutorials.
Yeah.
Probably there are somewhere online, like really old OpenGL. That was the 90s. I wasn't even, maybe I was like third grade of high school or first year of university. So you're gonna lose that fun, but you can do homeschooling. And I was reading an article lately how OpenAI is hiring for super juniors, they call them. And there was a manager saying a story that, you know what, I asked I saw a piece of code, and I asked the junior person, that was developed using ChatGPT, you know, and the guy got offended, not because it was like about the quality of the code or anything. He said, "No, I used multiple instances, dude. I used a few agents that had to code each other. One was reviewing the pull request, and what are you talking about?" And it was like, you know, the guy, they were both working on OpenAI. So I think you need to start using these tools to become more productive. I think there is a catch. Probably people, including myself, we need to be very aware, managers like yourself, that we shouldn't be asking a ton more or a lot more complex stuff, because then who's, as I said at the beginning, who's going to manage it? Who's going to scale it? So yeah, I would advise myself that not to lose the fun, still try to understand the fundamentals of how that thing works, like what's happening when you click enter on a freaking executable, which many people don't know these days. But then, you know, frog leap to building snakes and kill Lampros.
Yeah. Who won? Let our audience decide. Who won? How we're going to do this?
Vote for Lampros.
Yeah, maybe an applause for George first.
Applause, come on, it's not objective.
And how about mine? It's a tie. You think? It catches coffees. Coffee cups.
It catches coffee to mine too. It doesn't have the. Listen, I'll give it to you.
But never mind. You know, those are monstrosities. We built it as
Coffee Snake 2.0. That's it.
we built it as old school software engineers, UI sucks. I think we should call a UI expert,
yes,
Lena.
Of course. Lena,
to give us her
Lena
feedback.
can tell us who won.
Yeah.
Based just on UI, not on functionality.
I can share something that
visuals.
haunts me, and it's an idea that LLMs loves purple. So there is a trend to see a lot of purple in everything. So I want to say that yours is better, but because I see a lot of purple, I have to say no.
Okay.
It is,
But I think it's a tie.
Okay.
All right, I'll leave you.
Yeah, thanks, George. We'll see you later, and we'll see you in other slots of
Later on.
OpenConf 2025.